When you're a kid, everyone says, be different, stand out, don't be ashamed of your differences, which sounds like the most obviously true and non-questionable advice ever, so I believed it. But somewhere down the line, don't be ashamed of your differences becomes, if you have no differences, maybe be a little ashamed, which sounds really silly when you say it out loud, but it's true in the sense that I really did used to think that being normal would make me invisible, or a background character in someone more brave and original story. But then last year something happened that changed my mind. I spent part of my summer at BC Cancer Foundation's Michael Smith Genome Sciences Center in Vancouver, Canada. And they specialize in genomic and bioinformatics research, and they develop algorithms and software tools for large-scale genomic data analysis. And as fancy as that sounds, what I did was the polar opposite, which was observing and trying to understand Python and learning other tools that they used, and scrambling to help here and there whenever I could. And in every sense of the word, I was a small cog in this giant machine. But here's the weird part, I didn't feel small. I felt proud and significant because I realized something. This giant machine was building something wonderful. And I understood that science wasn't built by rock stars or rebels, but it was built by teams. And this wonderful act, and this beautiful act of furthering humanity's knowledge of the world around us was done by this giant machine, and that was made up of people who showed up every day and did their part. By people who don't make headlines and they don't go viral, but without them, the work doesn't get done. And it made me think, what if being average isn't something to escape, but something to embrace? We spend so much time longing for uniqueness that we forget how much we value belonging. And when someone says to us, stand out, it means and it implies that right now we aren't enough, that we have to be different to be better. But what if different doesn't always mean more ambitious and louder, more colorful, but better means more supportive and more collaborative and more human? Maybe instead of trying to escape the ordinary, we should ask, why do we want to be different? If it's truly because we found a better version, then why don't we make that the new normal? What kind of normal do we want to create together? Because the truth is, always trying to stand out is exhausting. It's lonely, and it pushes people to their breaking point. And I think we break not because we aren't unique enough, but because we're made to feel like we don't belong unless we are. And that kind of pressure isolates us, and it pushes people to extremes, always trying to be someone that they aren't. But in that lab, I saw people that had chosen a different path. They weren't trying to be more different, they were trying to be together, and it worked. So maybe the goal was never to stand out, maybe it was to stand together. Maybe it was to find the beauty in being one part of something much bigger than ourselves. This year, something happened at my school, and the students had to take a stand in the form of a sit. A silent protest where nobody stood out, not because we weren't unique enough, but because this time it was the whole point. And our silence, let the voice that echoed be that of our togetherness and our giant machine as a whole. Because in a world obsessed with being different, choosing to be normal is the most powerful thing you can do. Thank you.